Be a star, use your stars. Hi there, my name is Anita Dufie. I am the CEO and founder of Advanced and Fulfilled Coaching Company. We are a company dedicated to helping immigrated professionals and racialized professionals to advance their careers and establish their identities right here in Canada. And we help with services such as career counseling, coaching, resume writing, LinkedIn optimization, and interview preparation and coaching. And we also offer uh, self-paced courses that you can take to improve and enhance your personal and professional development. Today, we're going to be talking about you being a star and using your stars. And star here is not a literal stars in the sky, although, yes, shine bright, but we are going to be talking about an acronym called STAR. What does STAR stand for? STAR stands for situation, task, action, and results. And what is this? This is a structured way to respond to behavioral interview questions, especially by telling a very compelling story that highlights your skills and experiences. All right, and this is a very powerful interview technique. And so we are going to get into it. I'm going to break down very quickly what STAR is. So let's start with situation, which is the S. S. Describe the context in which you performed the task or you faced a challenge at work. Now, if you've been at interviews, as I believe most of you must have been, these are questions that typically start with, tell us about a time you did X or Y. And what they're really saying is, help us believe you, right? Help us believe that you really truly did this. And so the situation would describe the context in which you performed the task that you were given or a certain challenge that you faced. And then task, which is the T, would explain the task that you were responsible for in that situation, right? So what did you do in that situation? And then A, action, all right? Details about the specific actions that you took to address the situation, what you did. All right, not the team, not any other person, but what you did, the role that you played to make that situation turn around. And then R is the result. As a result of what came out of the situation as a result of what you did, right? What did you accomplish? What was the impact, right? And I just want to quickly say this. People think that the results would always end up in the positive. While, yes, they want to hear that you were able to achieve the set result, the truth is the results may not always end up in the positive. Do not feel compelled to tell a lie and cook up a result that never happened. Rather, if the situation or the example you were using ended up with a result that didn't end up in the positive, follow up with, complete the story and then follow up with, while it wasn't what the expected outcome, here are the things that I did to rectify that situation, or here are some lessons that I took out of it and how I may be applying things differently in a different situation. Always be prepared to answer for yourself. What would have happened in the event that I didn't get the expected outcome? Now, this is important because some interviewers, if they want to really test the validity of the examples and the story that you're sharing, they might want to throw you off by saying, what would you have done if that outcome had been different? And I have seen people or heard of people who, once that question was asked of them, it threw them completely off balance and they were never able to recover. You do not want that for yourself. All right. So even when you do have positive outcomes, go to interviews prepared to answer what would have happened if the outcomes were different. So let's take some examples and see how we can answer them. And I'll just use very common generic examples. So let's say you're asked a question like, can you give me an example of a time when you had to meet a tight deadline? What they're really saying in a question like this is they want to see how you're able to time manage. They want to see how you're able to deal with tight deadlines. They want to see how you're able to deal with even sometimes conflicting deadlines, right? It can be anything in that range of situations. Now, if you have a situation that you've dealt with, you can here's an example of how you use the STAR to respond to such a question. So situation. At my previous job as a project coordinator or as a project manager, we had clients requests for last minute project that needed to be completed in 48 hours. Task. I was responsible for coordinating the team and ensuring that all the deliverables were completed on time. What action did you take? I immediately organized a quick meeting to delegate tasks, prioritize the most critical components, and set up a timeline to track progress. I also communicated with the client regularly to manage their expectations. What was the result that you were able to accomplish? We completed the project within the deadline, and the client was thrilled with the quality of our work, leading to a long term partnership. So, this is an example, right, of how you will do that. We're able to describe what the situation was. We're able to describe the task, what you had to do, and we're able to talk about the actions that you took to ensure that those tasks were completed. And then we're able to talk about the results or the outcome. In the event that, let's say, the outcome ended differently, right? Um, you could say, or let's say, another example could be that I was responsible with the situation was we had to do this in 48 hours. We knew that it was going to be an upheaval task, and from the get-go, I made sure I communicated clearly to the client that we will do our best, but given the time constraints that they're giving us, we may not be able to meet that, so that I'm able to set that clear-cut expectation. And then you go and talk about all the other things that you did, and let's say it happened that you were not able to meet up within the 48 hours as declared. You would say that, well, we're not able to do it within 48 hours. We completed within, let's say, 72 hours. Um, and one of the things, and we were able to follow up with. Okay, so remember, when you're preparing for your next interview, think STAR. You are a star, and I want to say this, that everybody is a star. There are things you've done, there are things you've accomplished, and there are examples you can pull from. Tell a story about those experiences. That is what they need. They just want to know that you have done this before, and that you're a quick thinker and you're a problem solver, and you have solved similar problems before. So think like a star, pull out your stars and use your stars. It's your chance to shine. And so do that by showing exactly how you've handled situations in the past. If you found this tip helpful, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more career advice, and visit our website for all of our services should you want to engage us for services. Until next time, take care and bye.